Intergalaxial space station created by the Interastral Vitality and Reconnaissance Initiative, IVRI. The name Eerie 43 is derived from the 43 operatives trusted.
Entry 4. Roman's gone and no progress has been made. Virgil didn't leave us much in terms of schematics, and with Samsa being unable to make sense of his notes either, we were left with a half-made hope device, and no one to fix it. Roman had been feeling more antsy than usual, so I agreed to take a walk with him, so long as he stayed close. And that should have been it. Why couldn't have that been it? There was something out there, something that I couldn't see. Roman saw it though, and we went after it, telling me he had to help him. I called for him. I demanded that he come back and stay, but he didn't answer me. He didn't even look back at me before he was gone. And Samsa shut the door to the hall and told me to return to the barracks. Told me that it wasn't safe, that he'll still protect me too. Samsa keeps telling me to rest. But every time I close my eyes, all I see is Roman farther and farther away from me, just barely out of reach. I'd ask why they couldn't have just listened to me. Not just Roman, but all of them, but I'm not really a commander anymore.
Hey Jay, it's Maisie, obviously. Sorry, I just can't help but worry a little bit with how far away you are. Oh,
this is Commander JJ Grant of the IVRI FOB. RNZ's 43. Captain's log, day 1. No, that's not right. This isn't the first day, it might not even be the first month. Samsa didn't wake me up at first. The others that he did wake up, the aeronauts, the physicist, the specialist we had on board, all of them are no longer with us. I understand why he did what he did. Not just because he explained it to me, but because I probably would have done the same thing if I had been woken up earlier. I guess it makes sense, considering I'm the one who made him. It's fortunate the rest of the Northern Four are still with me. Samsa didn't hesitate to wake them upon the request. Roman was worried, of course. Always is, but from what Virgil suspects so far, it isn't exactly unwarranted. He suspects that bringing DM-0 station is what made it unstable, causing these splits and displacing us. In other words, we're trapped in the Oracle's box, and all we can do is hope we're able to rendezvous after each one. The irony of the name now isn't lost on me. Maybe this is what makes this day one of another expedition for the Northern Four. Except, this time we're trying to escape someplace. I'm sorry for not understanding sooner, but I do now. The anomaly is taking hold of the station. It's them. But it's me too. The splits in time didn't just send us back, it completely split us. The station is full of and the others came into contact with them and got erased. I failed to save them. And I can't beg for forgiveness when I've yet to atone for my sins. It's coming to enact judgment for my failures as commander, and it'll erase me too. It's out there, and it knows I've forgotten the ideal, the beauty and ephemerality. It's here to remind me. Captain's log, entry 3. Virgil didn't come back after the last split. At first, we thought he was caught.
Hey Roman, just calling to congratulate you. Now that you're saving lives in space of all places. If anyone's asking though, I totally knew you'd be doing that, since you spent all the time locked in your room studying and whatnot. I'll be first to tell you I'm more proud than anyone else. Well, you know, not as much as mom and dad, but you get the point. Oh, actually, there's something important I need to tell you. Try to live a little, will you? You worry too much for someone who's got a good heart. You'll make a difference out there. I know you will. Anyway, love you.
Hey Jay, it's Maisie, obviously. Sorry, I just can't help but worry a little bit with how far away you are. Oh, what am I saying? I shouldn't be raining on the parade. This is big. You've really shot for the stars this time. Literally. You're taking people farther than ever before. Just remember to come home for our anniversary, okay? And no, forgetting to set your Earth calendar isn't an excuse I'll accept. I love you, Jana. From Maisie, obviously.
Captain's log, entry 2. I'm not calling these entries by day. I just can't. Not when I've already lost track. Not when Petra. Connecting back to IVRI HQ has been a priority. But we can't do that with the Oracle boxes blocking us. Virgil says there's a way to stop it. This hope device, he calls it. I told him that we can't just exterminate DM001, but the way he sees it, destroying it is the only way. I got careless. I should have been paying attention. I was so caught up in the argument that I didn't notice Petra leaving a note about investigating the station before she was gone. I looked everywhere for her. I checked every place she could possibly be, and there was nothing. I even had Samsa search the station for her, but he didn't find anything other than her last known location. It's like she just completely vanished. But Petra wouldn't do that. Virgil won't even look me in the eyes anymore. Or maybe it's the other way around. He keeps going off on his own, hardly sticking around for our rendezvous meetings or even to eat. I know he's working on the device, that's just who he is, but Roman doesn't rest until he's sure that both of us are here and okay. And if I don't keep track of Virgil, I know that I'll lose him too. If he won't stick around for me, he could at least do it for Roman's sake. Commander Grant, signing out.